Hi, it's Carly McAvoy. Today I'm doing the final exam review. This is chapter 7, only a couple of questions. It's a pretty short little video. Let's take a look at what I have over there. Two problems. One of them is simplifying with a rational exponent. And when you simplify this, you can do 16 to the negative 3/4 on your calculator. Any calculator you have will be able to do that. If I do 16 to the negative 3/4 power, I'm going to get negative 8, no, 1/8, sorry, they're going to simplify it to 1/8. So I can do that. Or I could simplify it myself. What I have is 16 to the 1/4 power, the whole thing to the negative 1/3. What I have down here is x to the 8th power and then to the negative 3/4 power. Well, 16 to the 1/4 power is 2 because I know that the 4th root of 16 to the 1/4 power is the same as the 4th root of 16. Those two things are equal to each other. You can do that on your calculator. And so I get 2 to the negative 3. And then down here, what I have is 8. And when you take a power to a power, you multiply. So I can multiply this, and 4 goes into 8 twice. And so I get x to the negative 6. And then what's going to happen? Well, if you have something that's got a negative exponent, they change place in the fraction. And so x to the 6th goes up, and 2 to the negative 1/3 goes down, and that's what I end up with right there. If you didn't have a negative, you wouldn't have to move those in the end. You'd just be done. Okay, and then number 2, we're going to solve for y. First, I have to get that radical by itself. So I'm going to subtract both sides here and get the square root of 2y minus 1 equals y minus 2. And then I'm going to square both sides. If I square a radical, I get rid of it. If I square a binomial, I have to FOIL that thing. So that's going to be 2y minus 1 equals, and this thing FOILed out. And by now, you should be comfortable with the FOIL method. Y squared minus 4y plus 4. Now I'm going to move those to the same side by subtracting 2y and adding 1. I get 0 equals y squared minus 6y plus 5. And I can solve that by factoring y minus 5 and y minus 1. And then remember, our two numbers have to multiply to the number at the end and add to that coefficient in the middle. And so y minus 5 is 0, y minus 1 is 0. And those are my two answers, but remember, we started off with an equation to the first power, so I really should only be seeing one answer. So I have to make sure that they both work. So I can go back and plug in the 5. 2 plus the square root of 2 times 5 is 10 minus 1 is 9, should be 5. 2 plus 3 is 5, that one works. And then plug in the 1. 2 plus 2 times 1 is 2, minus 1 is the square root of 1 equals 1. That's 3 equals 1, doesn't work. So I just have the one single answer. So those are the two things for now that are on your final from chapter 7. All right, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time.